Recording in progress.
Positive about the size of your body. Well, the New World Order wants to turn you into marshmallows. They want you big, fat, lazy, stupid, hooked up to their mind control, eating all their toxic, genetically modified glucose, fructose, absolute fake food and everything else. And so they give you characters like this to make you feel like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. No, there's a lot wrong with you if you're that big. There's a lot wrong with you if you're that big. New album twice. Honestly, I've heard Taylor Swift songs, and I think they are just awful, first and foremost. And I think she has 1 ounce of talent in her body. I think that she is just a hideous creature, and I can't stand her music. And I remember years back on Supreme Lord Commander making fun of her lyrics, how stupid her lyrics. How many songs does she have that are about her prince or a boy that dumps her in high school? Quarantine you, like, hey, yeah, it's okay, Rolling Stone, it's all good, right? It's totalitarianism, it's satanic, but yeah, let's go along with it. For millions more, you found out that a parent or loved one got sick or just died from disease. Okay, yeah, really, millions more? Millions more. For nearly everyone, the moment you found, and this is, I always, lament isn't the right word, but I always hate with an extreme passion when these are the things that we all celebrated. We were all touched by Taylor Swift. These are the things that, what Beyonce did made us all smile.
All right. Ooh. Some good vibes there. Good vibes. How's everybody doing today? It's time to start the show. Today we're going to just do some classics. I wanted to do some throwbacks. That was kind of the original intent of this channel, was to bring back those old videos that got us all involved in this kind of research to begin with. But yeah, so we're gonna just dive right in. We're gonna be looking at these MK Ultra glitch people, and I'm recording this today. I get out of timeout tomorrow, and then I can post this video. But this video will be going on Rumble right away. For my 2 listeners over there on Rumble, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're all going to be off of this platform pretty soon here, so got to start trying to build that one up. So go like my page on Rumble, go check it out. It's all the same stuff. If I build that channel up, I'll eventually do some Rumble only content where we can get a little bit edgier and talk about the stuff that continually gets me strikes over here. So I got to be careful. I'm over here with I've already had two taken down. It's crazy. All right, let's dive in today. I'm gonna pull up these videos. We're gonna start with a classic. Everybody knows this one. This is Al Roker. Let's go ahead and share that screen. Gosh, man. Like, what is the deal with these people? I mean, really, they're a part of programs where they're just mind controlled. Obviously, they glitch up all the time. And a huge shout out to BitChute for having all these videos still.
I'm Savannah Guthrie alongside Matt Lauer and Al Roker. Will someone do the junior high hard dance? It's like this. I'm going to make it real awkward.
That's exactly how
you have to have a certain amount of distance between the bodies in junior high.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day.
It's weird. Right when she says that, he freaking has that reaction. Like, literally, it's like he's got trigger words.
Memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
35 years ago today, Elvis Presley passed away, the king of rock and roll. And as Mark Cohn says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the...
Yeah. And you can tell that guy looks over and sees, oh shit, Al's out of it again. There's some other weird ones. I'm going to come back to the Bill Walt or whatever his name is. Okay, this one's actually kind of weird. Bill Walton. This guy is a nut. I saw this. This wasn't the same kind of thing as all the others. He might just be a freaking deranged lunatic or something. But it's not the same as the other ones where they totally glitch up. But he is a freaking weirdo. So let's listen to this.
Scaring all the little children away. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of little ones. I'll grind their bones and drink their blood. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just at the Maui Invitational.
Children, they're terrified of me as well. Scaring all the little children away. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the... This job,
yeah,
right?
I gotta go to the next part.
White Sox, blood. White Sox and Angels at the Diamond in the park.
This is your first ever baseball game doing this job, right?
This is a job?
That's true.
Well, I understand that it starts and then you play,
Yeah.
but that the offense can't touch the ball. And then the defense goes first. And then there's no time limits. And you just go until somebody says, it's over. Sounds very much like a Dead show.
It's a timeless game.
I love timelessness. You're timeless.
Well,
I've been dead for quite a few years.
And we all may be by the end of the night.
I've been dead for quite a few years.
And we all may be by the end of the night. The music playing means we are actually out of time.
Yeah.
White. Being alive. 10 years ago last week, February 8th, my life was not worth living. I had nothing. At the bottom, I was going to kill myself. Today, I have everything, including all of the chocolates. Miss Jan Kraskowiak brought it. Oh, I love my chocolates.
I honestly can't tell if he's a troll. Like, he might just be trolling the media, you know, like just acting like an absolute buffoon. But I don't know. It is a very weird angle, you know. Usually if they're going to do that, it's going to be more of a, you know, Alex Stein kind of, like, it's obvious, you know. This is like, is he for real, or I don't know. This guy's twisted.
Scaring all the middle.
Yeah, and then they just show that video again from Maui. Yeah, I mean, you know, I got a bunch of these queued up, but it's crazy how this, you know, it's so common, so ridiculously common. This is the one that I showed in my last video. They got, you know, got the boot.
Costume contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress. That was not a stunt. I'm overheated in my costume and I did pass out. But you know what? I'm a champ and I'm back.
Yeah, she overheated in her costume. Yeah, right. Come on. That air conditioner in there is prime, and it's basically the same kind of outfit that you would wear every single day. You know, that's how she dresses. And I wouldn't even know. I would have never seen Wendy Williams if it wasn't for this Chinese restaurant out in this small town in Texas that would just play trash TV every single day. So that's how I know about her. All right. Let's see here. What do we got next? So this one was a longer video, so I already had it clipped up to right here because I didn't want to show the whole thing. So we're just going to show, I forget this guy's name. But y'all remember this. This was from, I don't know, NBA Finals or NFL playoffs or something. And this guy over here on the left, who I'm forgetting his name right now, he just freaking went full blown. And it was on national television. I think I saw it live. He went full-blown puppet mode. Watch this.
A while ago, but we have to address it, okay? You went viral during the finals.
It's Jalen something. But yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
In which you did not move.
Still Warriors ball with 8 to shoot. We've got the American Express halftime report coming up. They're ready to go. Chauncey, Jalen, Michelle, and Paul. Talk about what happened here in the first half of Game 2.
Don't let people know that I actually pay attention to my job. I'm serious about it. For all young journalists, all athletes that want to get into this business, I know y'all see us a lot shucking and jiving and laughing and joking, but I'm actually paying attention. I'm concentrating. And I'm about to go on television and talk about
Another thing people don't know about Jalen Rose. Great team player.
Yeah, Jalen Rose. Oh, here, they're going to show a little montage here, but I don't want to. I've got those queued up, so I'm not gonna show their montage. But yeah, this is just what happens to these guys, you know. And it's not just once, it's not just twice, it's all the time. I don't even come close to having all of those videos in on this video. We're gonna do, what is this one? Oh yeah, this one was kind of stupid because I don't even know who this is. Let's see if this one had anything good. I can't remember if that one did. Okay, let's watch this one with Shaq. I mean, this was crazy. This was absolutely crazy. I mean, he glitches out straight up. There's no way he could even say, oh, like Jalen Rose could say, I was really into the game there. You know, that's ridiculous. But he could pull that off. Everybody here at the table is so clear that Shaq is totally out of it and they're all just ignoring it. And this guy in the white suit here, he feels really uncomfortable, you can tell.
That could only be the musical stylings of Victor Oladipo, who is the reigning 2-time champion of the All-Star Weekend player
Shit.
talent show.
You are talented. I give you a little credit on that. A lot of credit. You're very talented. I mean, you're not a karaoke guy like me, but you can actually. You know they call me O'Brown Eyes, right?
As a matter of fact,
Charles.
you both had experience singing New York, New York. His was at the slam dunk contest. Yours was in Vegas.
Yes.
We had the show out there. Here's just a little sampling.
New York, I need your help.
And this kid can really sing, by the way.
So I love to do karaoke. That's good, isn't it?
You see those two mics back there?
You made up your own words.
You see those?
Wait, that was the words. In old New York?
Yeah. A long-awaited duet. Victor Oladipo, Charles Barkley, New York, New York.
Hey, yo, let me leave.
Nothing better like.
I got you.
Yeah, like if he was just bullshitting around, he would have totally, you know, made it obvious, but he would snap back to it. Man, that's wild. Absolutely wild. Let's see. What else we got? NBA glitches. I got a few more here. Well, this one I already saw. That one I saw too. But this one might be longer. No, that one's... There's another one of Al Roker that's pretty crazy. So, yeah, this one actually reminds me of that one with Jalen Rose. Like, this is exactly how Jalen Rose was. He was getting his makeup done, his mics done, and all that. Oh, man, you get the BitChute freaking... You know how BitChute is. If you don't load the video ahead of time, it's freaking super slow. It's coming back. But yeah, I just figured today I'd knock out some classics, you know. Real just bam, 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 you know. Everything that is just obvious. It's just undeniable. All these glitch artists. I really need to pull up some more from the music industry is what I need to do. Okay, is this ever going to work? Or is this just going to sit here and freaking do this all day? Let's go. Come on, I'm trying to look at Bill Clinton. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, screw it. We're gonna come back to that one. Alright, let's go ahead and do... We're gonna do the Draymond Green one here. This one was pretty wacky as well. You gotta see this.
But it's been a heck of a ride, to be honest. I really can't complain. Yeah, I was kind of I was a little down. I found out I was injured. I had to have surgery again, or you know, with another knee. But at the end of the day, you know, I have amazing teammates. You know, guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap their hands around me like, yo, we got.
Then you see his face there at the end. He's like, oh my gosh. He's like, I totally just went into a trance. And you can see, look at his face there at the end. I mean, that is just, he's like, he did it on national TV, you know? He knows that video is going to be freaking viral forever. You know, everybody's going to share that video for the next 100 years. Like, look at these guys, you know? These guys that are all glitched out on their mind control. It's crazy. Crazy. But hey, you know, we've been seeing this stuff for a while. For those of us who have seen this stuff, it's not even crazy anymore. It's like, yeah, I mean, how else are you going to get people to shill so shamelessly? I mean, you know, there would be more people coming out and exposing what's going on if they weren't actually mind controlled. Now, these are really interesting. These are the NBA ones. These are, it's going to be a, you know, montage here. These are absolutely ridiculous, like completely terrible. Let's see what we got here.
Right, so a lot of emotion goes into the second half of the season when teams can decide, hey, we're going to mail it in.
There for 2 years after Hurricane Katrina. Posey called for a foul, and that will bring 2 shots for the Wizards.
Oh my gosh.
Together. Anthony checked by Durant.
Look at this one.
He travels. It's almost like Kevin knew the exact move that Anthony was trying to execute. He cut the drive off immediately and forced Carmelo Anthony to reverse that.
Anthony's slow to get up, and sometimes
they're going to play. Let's go.
They let it go, and Smith intercepts the pass.
Yeah, okay. So that kind of shows how rigged the NBA is, even that play right there, because the star player is on the floor over here just laying down, and they do a full court pass and the ball gets stolen. Like, anybody on this level of basketball in a 5-on-4 scenario, the team of 4 is screwed. I mean, there's no way I mean, every single one of these guys, if you ever seen an NBA player warm up from inside the 3-point line, I mean, I went to a game once. I saw Chandler Parsons hit, I'm like literally 200 for 200 inside the 3-point line, like not one missed shot. So I mean, these guys, and that's not even a star, that's just another guy. So this is just ridiculous that they would make that pass. That I know that had nothing to do with the MK Ultra mind control, but it's like they gave them the ball back because that was what was supposed to happen here. They need to get Denver's score up or something. I mean, the NBA is notoriously rigged, always has been, goes back to the 90s, maybe even before that, but it is common knowledge in the 90s. It was even on mainstream news that all the refs were coming out and exposing it, that it was completely rigged, and that's why your Chicago Bulls, the Red Bull, won 6 years in a row, and Michael Jordan with his 23, it's just a big satanic ritual, and I'm sure there's even a bunch of numbers in with that. I'm sure the rituals were endless those years, but yeah, let's go on. So Carmelo's still on the freaking floor when they get back.
Anthony out on the floor. What is he doing?
Look at this.
Well, they're playing around it. And it's a travel. They call a travel.
They never call travels in the NBA.
And now Jim Gillen, the Nuggets athletic trainer, comes onto the floor. Dantley livid.
I mean, they literally never call travels in the NBA. You can take 3 steps, 4 steps. They don't really call that in the NBA.
I think
I gotta go with the majority. They're on a mission right now. I guess they want to show the public that last year wasn't a fluke for us. We're here, we're for real team.
Speaking of showing us, 2 Chainz, you got a shot, 2 Chainz? Get a shot, let me see that shot, dog. Speaking of showing us, get a shot. Speaking of showing us, 2 Chainz, you got. Speaking of showing us, 2 Chainz, you got a shot, 2 Chainz? Get a shot, let me see that shot, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Trap now I'm back down. I'm addicted to the trap.
When an NBA 2K glitch happens
Look at
in
this.
real life.
Kyrie Irving is full of them all the time.
Oh, that's funny.
Come on now, he's doing something that is history, and that cannot be overlooked, what he's doing.
Well, not only that, you so rightfully pointed out, he's carried that team to whatever.
How about that move by McGee? Had to go between his legs to save the dribble.
Dude, these guys are so weird. I mean, you could see that guy walking back up for the free throw. He was like, what the fuck? Because some of these guys are not mind controlled, and you can even see it in their body type. I mean, like, they're all freakishly tall. That's the weird thing about basketball. Growing up playing basketball, generally really tall guys, they play center. They don't play point guard or shooting guard or small forward or anything like that. So I mean, you get these guys who are 6'7", which is like not even tall really in the league, and they're playing really skill positions, And I'm not saying they're not out there, but like, growing up, I never met a guy who was 6'7" that could even dribble a basketball. I mean, really, like, they literally can't. We had this kid try out. He was the tallest kid in the school, 6'10". The coach wanted him on the team more than anything. he couldn't even catch a basketball, like not a football, you know, just a big ass basketball. You throw it at him, it bounced right off his hands, go out of bounds. I mean, he literally got cut from the team, and he was 6'10". If he could just hold onto a ball and literally just do layups, he would have been, you know, totally on varsity. There's no question about it. But I mean, he couldn't even cut the sophomore squad. It was pretty telling. But these guys, I mean, it's not just him. There's most tall guys can't dribble. It's just, you know, I think these guys are made in the lab, if I'm being honest.
So you're saying he was on the receiving end?
No, he's a shooter. He's and one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think so too. I'd have to put him right there with Reggie Miller.
I'd have to put him right there with Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is such a douche. I remember, who was it? I think it was J.J. Redick beat Reggie Miller's three-point record in college. And Reggie Miller's doing the game, and he is so freaking butthurt. So butthurt about it. What? Why is my screen sharing paused? One sec. What do we got going here? Alright, we're back. But yeah, Reggie Miller was so butthurt when freaking J.J. Redick, who was just absolutely lights out. I mean, that guy was insane. But he couldn't handle the fact that he made more three-pointers than him, and it really, you could tell it just ate at his soul, you know. It was so funny. Every night, too, he was commentating the games, and he was just so pissed. He was seething. Got another Shaq glitch here. What did I get here with this one? I don't remember this
Beginning
one.
in the 1950s, chosen citizens of the United States have been used as guinea pigs in secret experiments without their knowledge or consent. This was funded by the CIA, but the illegal research was conducted.
I'm gonna let this play for a second. I'm gonna snag some coffee. Let's see. You know, it's funny that people go out of their way to make these kind of videos. You know, like putting on a suit and everything. But hey, it's cool for me. That's cool. I'm gonna snag some coffee real quick. I'm just gonna let this play.
American universities, American pharmaceutical companies, and American hospitals. The project was known as MK Ultra, and it was terminated in the 1970s. Or was it? One of the goals of MK Ultra was mind control. Through a combination of hypnosis and hallucinogenic drugs, along with torture, a human being can be programmed to do anything. When the human subject is activated by pre-hypnotic suggestion, the deeply planted programming takes control, and the subject then executes a mission in secret. When the mission is complete, he will have no memory of it. The pre-hypnotic suggestion is also known as a trigger.
This guy's a cheeseball.
The sleeper agent is...
Some of these people definitely have memories of it, I think. But I did just watch that documentary with Kathy O'Brien called Trance. And one, she has memories of it, but a lot of these women that were raised in these kind of groups they have memories of it. Now, a lot of them are suppressed, for sure, but generally speaking, I mean, they know something was wrong. I mean, they know that there was a large amount of mind control happening. Obviously, your brains just can compartmentalize a lot of it out. You can't just let it all come crashing down at once, or else you're totally going to lose your mind. But yeah, let's see if this guy has anything good to say.
Activated by his controller or handler. The handler may use a trigger.
This is basic, bitch. This is 101 right here. We already know all this stuff, right? It does seem that these people do have handlers, but it is usually, it can be kind of hard to, I sometimes think acting like we know every little detail about, you know, how they do it is a little bit much. I think that they do these things to the people, and you know, once they do, say they do come clean and expose it, you know, one, most people aren't ever going to hear it. Two, the person that it happened to is usually so messed up that they can't really like even put it into proper words without just making assumptions. Like you have to understand exactly how all the you know, MK Ultra mind control works. You know, like that was my main issue with that documentary Trance. I thought it was a good documentary overall, especially for, you know, right now. It's been a while since something like that's come out, so that one had some modern touches where it talked about, you know, the things we're dealing with today. So it was pretty good, but overall, you know, just, yeah, I mean, it just typical information. We know about this kind of stuff, but I'm glad that documentary was still made. Don't get me wrong. Is this freaking Bill Clinton video still loading? I think it is. It's weird, you know. I'm trying to watch this. But yeah, maybe I'll just rant while I wait for it to load, because I don't see this thing loading at all. Forget about it. Forget about it. But here's another one here that I got. This was from recent. This isn't a glitch or anything, but this is you know, I mean, y'all remember Kevin Hart was in like 50 movies in 1 year and then just blew up. We knew, okay, this guy is confirmed shill of the New World Order. And there was one thing that happened. I'm gonna freaking pull that video up real quick. I gotta stop the share. Let's see real quick. I'm gonna pause. I gotta pull up this one video. I'll be back in 1 second.
Recording in progress.
All right, we're back. I couldn't find it. I couldn't even remember. There's something that happened with Kevin Hart where he was in the crowd at the Oscars. It's hard to look it up because they just give me Will Smith stuff when I look it up. But he was in the crowd, and something was said by the host about him and his family, and how, I can't remember what it was. So if anybody remembers what that was, it was something really weird, where you could tell that he was afraid for his life when he opened his mouth. So if anybody has a link to that or remembers what it even was, please put it in the comments down below, because I totally forgot about that. All right, let's see what we got here. So this one I kind of stream sniped here. I took from somebody else's stream. I don't know if that's what stream sniping is, but that's what I'm gonna call it. So we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go around this video because there's some more good clips in here. This one I had never seen before. This is this is the Jets coach apparently here. So just a weirdo.
A lot of candidates. You know, it was a lot of tireless nights. I know we had a couple late night FaceTime sessions there at the end. It's always fun when you kind of think it might be the call and it's not. I know my family was eager for me to get out of the house for sure.
That shit did look kind of weird.
My 3 kids. Right here in the middle.
So for Christopher Joe Rivera, Sporting News, what specifically about Adams, you mentioned the roadmap to success, what specifically aligned with what you guys want to do, and what you guys envision?
Oh,
Manish. Rich?
Bro.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Now this next one, you know, he had it labeled musicians. I find it hard to call these people musicians, but I always think it's weird that people actually listen to modern rap. I mean, it really is weird to me that we've become so degraded, you know. I mean, you know, to think that humanity used to listen to, you know, classical music and jazz and things like this, and then now we listen to NBA Youngblood. You know, we really, like, anybody who believes in evolution, I mean, come on, look around you. it's a de-evolution, you know. Very clearly. But let's watch this one. This one's not even that good, so I'm actually gonna skip it. It's really just this douchebag.
Intro trance whilst performing.
NBA Youngblood. Okay. And he's another one of these like Travis Scott guys, like, you know, one of them that really promotes violence in his concerts and things like that. And I think Travis Scott needs to go to jail for many years. I mean, really, I think that was the most death on Houston soil since the Civil War. I really think that's accurate. You know, I mean, what else could have been worse? I mean, maybe Hurricane Harvey might have had more death than the Travis Scott concert, but I mean, the hospitals were notified that it was a mass death scenario, and that the hospitals down in the medical center right near all there, they were on, you know, I forget what the code is, but it's, you know, it's like a code red kind of thing, like, okay, a bunch of people are about to come in injured and dead. And so yeah, but they were even taking people around to the other side of the loop, because I know people in those hospitals over there, and they were also bringing people there. So there was a ton of people during the Travis Scott concert that were affected, and I really think that Travis Scott should go to jail. I mean, seriously, if anybody else did that, imagine hosting a political rally where that many people died. I mean, not if you're a leftist, but a political rally for conservatives. You know, and you know, if one person died, it would literally be, you'd be going to jail for the rest of your life. But Travis Scott, they don't even know how many people died. I mean, when you listen to the stories of people that were there, it sounds to me like it could have been. I mean, some of the people were saying, "Oh, there were dead bodies everywhere." You know, there was 100 at least. And then other than that, there were people just dropping like flies. And I mean, me and my friends, we've been exposing that little shit show for really since they started doing it. I was shocked to see the videos from the first year. I was like, oh, this is terrible. These kids are out of control. And then the third year it rolls around and it's a complete bloodbath, you know. And then it just kind of blew over. Like, nobody really kept pushing. Travis Scott just left, and he's probably never coming back to Houston. But the fact that the mayor or whoever, you know, the police chief and all these people didn't do anything at all about it, I mean, he should be on trial. There's videos of other people that if one person passes out at their concert, even these other New World Order shows, they'll stop the show. They're not going to keep doing their stupid act when somebody's dying in the crowd, you know? Like, it's ridiculous, dude. Fuck Travis Scott. You guy's a douchebag. All right, this next one I think is actually pretty good. This one I like. Because this one hits real close to home. I got Astronaut here. This one I hadn't seen either, so it's kind of cool.
I'm trying to rationalize. On September 22nd, 2006, former astronaut Heidi Marie Stephen Shan Piper was participating at a press conference in Houston, Texas, when she started to speak of a UFO encounter she'd had in space. However, before she could reveal any more details, she froze and fainted. Because of this, some believe she was hypnotized.
Here comes an ad.
What if I told you the 9-to-5 workday makes
Come
no sense at all?
on.
In fact, it was invented in
What if I told you
1817 by a
9 to
gentleman-
5 makes no sense? What if I told you that it was invented by I don't know. I can't riff off that one, but it's freaking so annoying. It's like, yeah, 9 to 5 sucks. Obviously 9 to 5 sucks. But 9 to 5 actually can be a reasonable schedule depending on, you know, what kind of money you're making within that 9 to 5. I mean, 9 to 5 is really not that bad. I'd rather work 10 to 5 personally. I like to sleep in. I like to hit the gym in the morning, you know. I'd rather work 10 to 5. That's just me. And I don't like being on the regular schedule of everybody else, you know. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. If I have to do it, I'll do it, but I don't want to. All right, let's see. Let's see this astronaut lady here. And these astronauts, I mean, these are the people that tell you all about space, right? These are the people who are passing out, punching people in the face for denying them going to the moon. I mean, these people are unhinged. And have you seen Buzz Aldrin? He is a drunk. I'm going to type that in because I'm going to look that up here in a second after this video. Buzz Aldrin, drunk. He is a drunk. All right, let's see.
To go out the door, that was something different too. And I figured that would never happen without the preparation we had training the team. And so I'd like
She did just freeze and faint. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, that one's, you know, pretty standard, you know, but that's apparently she said she saw an alien in space, which I'm just like, you know, yeah, right, you saw an alien in space. You probably saw a demon in a freaking warehouse where you film all this space shit, you know. We know they don't go to space. I mean, answer me this. So somehow the ozone layer is thick enough, you know, to separate us from this endless vacuum on this tilt-a-whirl that we, you know, are flying 666,000 miles per hour around the sun, right? So that's going on, and we've got this sealant, all right, that's so thick that it can keep the you know, the oxygen on one side in, but not let it out. I'd have to imagine, and they say that there's space dust that can get up to the size of marbles in certain areas, so they can't travel through those areas because it'll destroy the ship. But I have to say, wouldn't you crash the ship right when you go through the ozone layer? I mean, that would have to be thicker than air. I mean, it would have to be, I'd imagine. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I don't think you can go to space. I don't think it's something that can be done. And even if you could get out there a little bit, you know, what exactly is what are you being propelled off of at that point? You know, so you're being propelled off of oxygen in, you know, our air, whatever, you know, contents make up our air. And as you go higher and higher and higher, once you break out of our, you know, atmosphere up through the ozone, what are you now pushing off of? Like, how are you floating kind of uncontrollably without other things, like, you know, helping you and propelling you and giving you that, you know, what we can do here on Earth? You know, up in space, it just doesn't make any sense. And everything they give us from space is a joke. It constantly glitches up on their green screens on NASA. I need to do I actually was planning a whole deep dive into NASA because they have their new telescope, and they got caught with that chorizo pic. One of the NASA people came up and said, oh, it was just a picture of sausage chorizo is what it really was, just zoomed in. I mean, it's just lunacy. NASA is such liars that if you still believe it at this point, I kind of feel bad for you. Like, it's really low tier. And when you go to their page, they'll do question and answer videos, and they'll have a bunch of kids from Houston that ask, and every single one of these kids, without fail, is like a weird kind of like dead in their voice. Like, their voices are very boring and calm, and they're all just, you know, like, just weird looking. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, they're just weird looking kids, you know. They're just like, I don't know what else to say besides just, they don't look normal, you know. They look like there's something wrong with them. And so, you know, I don't have time to go through that because they're like 5-hour streams where that douchebag with the guitar, you know, that plays guitar out in space. And that's another thing. Like, wouldn't the mechanics of your guitar change a little bit in zero grav? I mean, I would imagine that you wouldn't have the same vibrations, but I don't know. Space is just nonsense. All right, what do we got here? We got a Lady Gaga at 10 minutes and 5 seconds. This one's not even the best Lady Gaga, but it kind of drives the point home in how, you know, these people are. Their things. I need to also look up some Michael Jackson ones, right? He had to have some glitches. That mother. All right, let's see here. Yeah, here's your lady gag me with her freaking one eye symbolism right off the bat.
Lady Gaga was interviewed on who she thought was going to win. However, for no reason, she briefly looked confused by her surroundings. Seemingly befuddled himself, the interviewer took the microphone away from her.
And if you miss any of my interviews or G's interviews, don't forget heonline.com. Keep it there, get all the Grammy stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right back.
That was so...
Yeah. I mean, that's just dime a dozen kind of stuff. And then this one was this one probably got me into this kind of stuff, you know. I don't know when this was, maybe 2015 or 2016. But I remember this one with Cardi B, who was just a hideous creature. I mean, absolutely worst of the worst. The thought that young girls in America are listening to Cardi B makes me so sick. I mean, that is just disgusting. I mean, seriously. I mean, the lack of parenting going on. I just like come on, like Cardi B. I mean, it's one thing. Like, honestly, I heard a story from Dweezil Zappa that I thought was really interesting. I'm not saying Frank Zappa was this perfect guy, but musically speaking, his music is very good music. And even if you don't like some of the content with the lyrics, you could only listen to his instrumentals only, and he would still have far more material than any other musician you've ever heard in your entire life without even touching the lyrical content. But Dweezil Zappa, his son, hadn't heard pop music until he was like, I don't know, 12, maybe 13, like kind of like early teenager. And he had never heard it. Like, he had only heard his dad's music, really. You know, like kind of like, you know, that's like, who else would you listen to? Honestly, why would you listen to other music anyways if Frank Zappa's your dad? But even if Frank Zappa's not your dad, why are you not listening to Zappa? Listen to Zappa. Stop being a freaking idiot. Listen to Zappa. Like, if you care about American culture and you want to, we want to, you know, have American nationalism and things. Oh, well, I still want to listen to, you know, what's The Weeknd, though. I still want to listen to The Weeknd and Cardi B, but I want conservatism, but, you know, I still like The Weeknd. No. Frank Zappa. That's what we got to listen to, because that is our very own great composer. I mean, you've got the classical, you know, greats. You got Mozart. You got freaking Beethoven, Bach. Then you got the Russian guys. You've got Bartok and Stravinsky. But for us Americans, we've got Frank Zappa. That is our Stravinsky. There's no way around it. That's just our Stravinsky. So we got to take a little pride in that. You know, I'm not saying you got to go full blown Zappa fiend, but we should be happy that we're from the country that created such a good composer. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's just me ranting here. But this is the sick freak Cardi B. And I think she was the one that got busted putting roofies in guys' drinks and stealing their wallets. Because I saw if it wasn't her, it was another creature just like her. I saw this meme, and it was, you know, from The Office, where Stanley's about to drink the coffee, and Dwight is running, like, because he got the fax from him in the future that says somebody's going to poison the coffee. And so he runs and slams it out of Stanley's hand. Well, it's a freeze frame of Stanley getting his coffee blasted out of his hand. And it says, when Cardi B was just talking to one of your homeboys, you know, because that's literally, that's the kind of person we're dealing here with Cardi B. Okay, she roofied guys, and then I'm pretty sure it was her. And if I'm wrong, forgive me, but it doesn't matter. If it wasn't her, it was somebody just like her. You could feel like it might have been Megan Thee Stallion or whatever. You know, it wasn't Nicki, but those three are all just freaking Jezebel, demonic, freaking bitches. I really cannot stand at all their music. Even when Nicki came out against the you know what, that's not enough for me. Nicki, you need to quit music forever and stop being a propagandist of young kids. I mean, seriously, literally one of the biggest demons out there. Like I can't even imagine listening to that. It's pornography in 4:4. It's just you know, trap beat porno. That's literally what it is. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I can't say it's worse than that, but I think its effects. So, you know, porno is more worse for men, you know, because it's more generally, not saying women don't, you know, suffer from that, but it's more of a male thing. But this music is geared towards women, obviously. I mean, you can't, I don't think guys would listen to Nicki Minaj. I mean, obviously some total, you know, losers would maybe, but I just can't imagine listening to Nicki as a guy. You know, they give the guys, I guess, their NBA Youngbloods and these Travis Scotts and stuff like that. It's just pathetic. I mean, these people are a joke. Like, pull your head out of your ass, go to a vinyl shop, just go to the jazz section and buy 5 random albums, just 5 $2 freaking used albums. Go home and put them on your player, or buy a cheap ass player, because I know your ass is only streaming, and then just listen, and then realize, oh, these people are actually a joke. They're a disgrace to musicianship. They don't play an instrument. They're not musical. 4/4 is literally easy. I mean, it's very easy for the most part. It can be hard. There's actually musical times where 4/4 is harder than odd times. My band's got a song. Maybe I'll play that as the outro today if I can find that. My band's got a song that is called Glass Eye, and I think I'm going to play that as the outro today. That's what I think I'm going to do. I also have a song called Johnny One Note that I want to do, but I'm going to make sure that I've got the right version of Glass Eye with all the lyrics. But yeah, we have one part in that song that it goes into one section of 8, so 2 groups of 4, and then we have one section of 9, and the 8 count feels so weird. Like I struggle with the 8 count. The 9 count feels, it feels like a 4 count. It is really weird. So yeah, it's the part in the song where the lyrics go, and from a distance. So when you hear that, that's the part I'm talking about. Boom, boom, bam, boom, boom. So be listening out for that at the end of the stream. We're doing the great reveal, the Pilgrim Star reveal, yeah? You can go follow us on Instagram. We haven't really posted anything in a long time. We're really just trying to get booked, you know? We're trying to book a gig, so... at this point, I just want to play gigs. I don't really care about ever being famous in that regard. I don't even want to go on tour or anything like that. I'm just kind of done with it. I'd rather just work and jam out for fun and make music for fun, because I don't want to ever really live on the road. Even I'm not saying all traveling musicians are shills, because they're not, but like even people I admire, I look at it, I'm like, that's really depressing, you know? Like when you see like a 50-year-old musician who's phenomenal, but they're not married, they're not a part of a church community, they literally don't have a family, and they're just in a different city every night, and they're really good, but you're just like, oh man. And I know some of them are family guys. I know some of them are. And so maybe one day I would go on tour. Maybe one day I could go on tour. I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind going on one. Not right now. I want to kind of get more established in my family life. But once I get more established, maybe I could consider doing something like that. Just got to keep my skills up. I mean, I feel like I'm playing better than I ever have on drums, practicing pretty much every day at some point for at least 30 minutes. So hopefully I can... and sometimes I practice up to a few hours, so I mean, you know, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But yes, my band is called Pilgrim Star. For those who care, who want to follow. Hopefully, we got some new merch coming. My bass player, he just got a T-shirt press, so hopefully we can save money on, or at least he said he was gonna get a T-shirt press. I don't know. I gotta ask him about that one. But yeah, we're gonna close at that song today. That's for sure. But yeah, look at this Cardi B. Look at this Cardi B here. Let me make sure I got the right time. Right timestamp, 11:45, because I don't want to get too much of this guy's playing, or his talks, or his takes. No offense to the guy. I think it's a fairly good video, but
Feel a little shaky. I don't know what's wrong with me. No, but it's good. No, it's good. You gonna be good.
It's good. It's good.
Oh,
it's
I've
good.
heard about this one. I remember this one.
Yeah, look at those eyes. You're gonna tell me that that's not a golem in there? You know, that is full blown my precious eyes right there. And even her ears, very Smeagol like. Her earrings even kind of resemble Smeagol's skin. I mean, not that that really has anything to do with that, but yeah. So that's that video. What else did I have? I think I pulled up one more right now, and I had to look up a couple others. Oh yeah, this was just the Cardi B. Yeah, you can see the handlers say it's good. Maybe the trigger words because she snaps out of it and continues to interview. Yeah, it's good. Let's see if this guy's got any good content. Strange cloud formations over Illinois. Let's just watch this real quick. I'm just curious because we in my last stream they got taken down, which is on Rumble if you want to listen to it. It's called Weather Wars, Wendy Williams, Oprah Winfrey, and America First. If you look up that video on Rumble, you'll see the smoking gun evidence that weather modification is not only real, but open information for everybody's eyes to see. It's not even hidden, and there's hundreds of programs that are doing it. So it's not just like one group is doing it. There's hundreds of, at least there's hundreds of pieces of technology that are patented since 1895 to today. Really, the list cuts off at about 2013. So I can imagine there's even more today. But yeah, that's a good video. I'm not going to be able to repost that to YouTube because at least not till November 1st, because that's when my channel gets cleaned. So I have to be a little bit easy on the TOS for for the next few months. But let's watch this. Strange cloud formations from this guy, the guy who posted Cardi B here. I mean, those are weird. Yeah, those are very bubbly.
These weird ass cloud formations. What you say? Yeah.
Man, this King David Harper, he's Bayzed. I'm gonna sub his channel. I'll sub his channel. Maybe he'll sub back. You know, he'll become Bayzed and Gossip build over here. But yeah, so we had some other things, man. We were talking about Buzz Aldrin, right? Buzz Aldrin punch. Yeah, they don't even have it on YouTube anymore, man. I'm gonna have to go to freaking BitChute for this. Okay, we're going to BitChute. I'm going to BitChute. Alton BitChute. What do we got? We got Buzz. Wait, you know what? I wanted to see the one where he's drunk. Okay. I know that, like, he was drunk as a freaking, okay, hour and 4 minutes. Okay, real quick. I gotta, okay, they have to have this on, Buzz Aldrin drunk, because it was posted by, oh man, okay, we're just gonna, he's so shit-faced during this entire interview, even though it's an hour and 4 minutes. I'm just gonna skip around random places.
Thanks to Chase
and I'm gonna turn that down. I'm gonna just skip around random places, and you're gonna see how shit-faced this guy is. I'm not even worried about him looking, oh, it's in that one spot. It's the entire interview. This guy is a total drunk, a total charlatan, a total fraud, and everybody knows it, so they try to give him as little screen time as possible nowadays. But I don't blame him for being like, I actually feel bad for him because his life is devoted to a gigantic lie. Can you imagine? Like, even if you believe in the moon landing, just to imagine knowing it was fake. Like, let's just say, for the sake of argument, like, let's say it was fake, which it is, like, very obviously, but let's say it wasn't, or yeah, let's say it wasn't, or no, let's say it was, okay, and you knew that it was fake, and you worked on the set, or you were actually the front face of it, and everybody in the world thought it was real, but you knew it was fake, you would become a drunk just like this guy. All right, so I'm just gonna cut ahead here. Just about anything he says in this is terrible. Oh wait, I gotta go volume up.
Trained for and more supervised by the junior person, and that's would have relieved that training workload.
I was wondering if you could
All I did was follow. But that, if you got a leader, you have to follow him.
I was wondering if you could talk a little about the training process that you went through before the mission itself. I know with previous missions.
Well, we had about 6 months from the time we were announced as a crew. And it was pretty intensive training, especially...
Let's go ahead. Most replay.
Correct plan yet. And a lot of it is because a lot of money on looking back on the earth. Sure, we need to do that, but not increase that and decrease the amount that's going to exploration, because exploration is what inspires people and gives us more technicians.
No, I will say in his defense, he is a very old man. He's getting to that point. But let's see where the Buzz Aldrin punch to the face. All right, that one's more interesting. The famous Buzz Aldrin punch. All right, let's do this one. This one's 1.5 minutes.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
Okay, this guy, dude, freaking Bayzed, right? Look at this guy. Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon? I mean, seriously, that is a very good way. I mean, even these demonic liars, they're like, I don't want to go. Like some of them, some of them are full blaspheme, but but a lot of them don't want to go that far,
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
If you tell him to get out of here, we'll call the police.
We pay.
Come on in here, we'll call the police.
You like that? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir, I don't have nothing to do with this, but you cannot solicit on this property.
We just paid to rent out the penthouse and shoot up there. So.
You can't solicit like this on
This guy bought the penthouse, dude. He's got a nicer room than Buzz. He's like, look, dude, if anybody's leaving here, it's Buzz, all right? I'm in the penthouse, dude. He pulled an Andrew Tate right there, man.
All right, well, then I'd go through my message.
You gotta keep shooting, man. Okay, well, you can put it on your shoulder. Don't be shy.
You really like it?
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Ooh. And then the mic cuts. I'm gonna go back.
Said you walked on the moon when you
Look
didn't.
at this.
Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Ooh. Dang. That guy took it to the chin. He took it to the chin like he was boss rooting, and then he turned right back around. All right, swear on the Bible that you. Oh man, that's gold. That's rich. All right, since we're doing conspiracy classics today, man, this was one of my favorite videos of all time right here. This is seriously one of the greatest moments in human history right here, caught on video. I love it. I like this guy's name. Pedophile Bill Gates gets pie in the face. Murderer, psychopath, Satanist. From free red pill videos. An error has occurred. Oh. What does it? Dang. That guy's channel's gone. Let's see if it works. Nah, this guy's been deleted. I wanted to see his free red pill content. All right, we're gonna watch this one. Bill Gates. Let's go. Is this gonna be another one of these videos that never loads? Okay.
The target was Microsoft Chairman Bill Gates arriving for a meeting with community leaders. Watch what happens when a team of hitmen meet him first with a pie in the face.
Okay, I don't want any copyright strikes. I can't with that. When it said the WHO version, I was thinking World Health Organization, not literally the WHO. Even though that's extremely funny, I've gotta do the version with no music though, because I'm not getting another freaking video taken down over some stupid stuff. All right.
The target was Microsoft Chairman Bill Gates arriving for a meeting with community leaders. Watch what happens when a team of hitmen meet him first with a pie in the face.
Imagine waiting with the pie. Okay, every video has that now put in there. That is gold, okay? That is gold. I get it. Can we do no freaking... Yeah, him getting a freaking pie to the face. The 1998 interrogations, y'all remember this? This is like weird videos of him. I think it's him. Look at him.
During the 18-month trial, Gates gave hours of videotape testimony.
What were the non-Microsoft browsers that you were concerned about in January of 1996? Dr. Mark. Yes, sir. And what about it? What non-Microsoft browsers were you concerned about in January of 1996? I don't know what you mean concerned. What is it about the word concerned that you don't understand? I'm not sure what you mean by it.
The Justice Department has charged Microsoft with engaging in anti-competitive and exclusionary practices designed to maintain its monopoly in personal computer operating systems.
They put it at the end of that video. Oh, okay, look at this freeze frame. I know that it's a little bit of a blurry video. It's probably better if you're watching on your phone. But this, I always just think, imagine being the guy with the pie. Because this is kind of like the Alex Steinian approach, you know. A lot of times the better way to get at these people is with low tier, just absolute goober madness, right? So like a pie to the face would be better than making a video exposing everything that he's ever done. You know what I mean? Just a pie to the face is just, it's simple, it's to the point. And it's kind of like what Alex Stein does. He goes to these places, does these ridiculous things, and it's simple. And for a second in that room, whether it's a school board or a town hall or whatever, they're forced to face the facts that they're just a completely ridiculous charade, you know. And he comes in. So I got to see that pie one more time. So good.
Computer operating systems.
Oh, that is gold. That is gold. All right, let's see what else we can look up here. I was wondering, you know, because there were some videos back before Michael Jackson was killed. There were some videos about him coming out saying they're gonna kill me, they're gonna do all this stuff to me. What do we got here? Michael Jackson's secret drawings reveal possible MK Ultra mind control. So I've never seen this video, but let's watch it. It's 6 minutes. If it's boring, I'll cut it off. Michael Jackson left behind a great quantity of artwork, and their symbolism is very telling. They provide a rare insight into his inner struggles, and more importantly, are riddled with images and triggers relating to monarch mind control. The story of Michael Jackson is the story of everything that is wrong with the entertainment industry. Him and Kurt Cobain, honestly. Kurt Cobain is another story that is obvious that there's a lot of nonsense going on there. And that freaking douchebag Dave Grohl with his 12-year-old drummer literally doesn't touch on it, right? So the bass player of Nirvana is in documentaries, like talking about it, how there's actually issues like where they don't think he necessarily killed himself. And who's the bass player of Nirvana? Nobody knows his name. He's not famous at all. He was in this huge band. Nobody knows who he is. But Dave Grohl went on to be super famous after this sacrifice, and he was just a drummer, a punk drummer at that. That's like in the drummer world, we consider that the lowest of the low. There's really only one punk drummer that's even worth anything, and that's, I mean, okay, that's not necessarily true. There's a couple. But I guess you could say the drummer for Sublime, I forget his name, Travis Barker, the drummer for, like, you know, some ska punk, like, Real Big Fish, but that kind of outside of punk, you know, it's a little more musical than punk. I wouldn't put it there, but punk drumming is as low as it goes. I don't even know how I got into punk drumming. I just had to throw that out there. Punk drumming is totally lame. All right, let's see. Pushed into the spotlight from a young age, Jackson became a literal slave of the music industry. Look at his face changes over the year. He's starting to look like Sandra Bullock here, you know. While at the peak of stardom, MJ slowly but surely metamorphosed. I think it's metamorphosized. I have no idea. Into a completely different person. Metamorphosed? I don't know. Although his physical changes were the most obvious, he also showed signs of heavy psychological abuse. Look at that guy. I was terrified of Michael Jackson when I was a kid. Absolutely terrified. I mean, I remember specifically when he held his baby out over the thing. I remember one night, like, Mom, I don't want to go to sleep. I'm afraid Michael Jackson's going to come get me. Oh, man. My parents had to deal with it. It's just so crazy. I was such a little, like, paranoid. Like, when I was a kid, I'd be freaking, like afraid. Like if I saw a scary movie, I'd be scared for 6 months, kind of thing, you know. And I just think about like the times my dad had to deal with me just coming and knocking on the door, like, oh, I'm scared, you know. Oh my gosh, he should have said, get out. He should have. A collection of never-seen drawings made by Michael Jackson are now up for sale by a Florida man who owned them, and their symbolism is quite revealing. Was Michael Jackson in Florida? That's a weird place for a celebrity to live, too. It just kind of is. Like, they are completely on par with MK-themed art featured on this site, such as the paintings made by MK survivor Kim Noble. Here they are. All right, let's take a look at these things. Oh, wow. Okay. This drawing depicts a smiling face that is attached to several wires. The wires are connected to what appears to be switch boxes. Wow, like in his brain, in his head. That's so weird. Is this a reference to electroshock torture? Also, there appears to be small horns growing from his head. Yeah, so there's horns growing from his head. He looks demonic in the picture. And also, what's kind of interesting about the picture is that his signature kind of makes up the body of the painting. Like, it kind of fits perfectly in that. But it could be an electroshock thing, which is for sure possible. But I'm thinking it's more of a picture that symbolizes the compartmentalization of the mind through abuse. That would be more mine. Now, it could be electroshock. I mean, it kind of looks like that, too. But it looks like these are all compartments that are connected kind of back here where his spine and his brain are all together. This is what Michael Jackson drew. A strange clock on which only the number 7 is visible. MJ appeared to be obsessed with that particular number, which is not an uncommon obsession of MK slaves. Yeah, so look at this one. This one kind of looks like a Pope hat, which we know about the scandals with the Pope and the many of the Roman Catholic bishops that are involved in this kind of scandal, and I mean, you know, the priests there. I mean, there's literally no, you know, I'm not trying to slam them, but like that, there's no denying that they're freaking, you know, they cover up that stuff all the time. You know, it's constantly going on with them. It just kind of resembles that. I don't know if it has anything to do with that, but kind of does look like that. But it looks like this guy's wearing like a mask because there's like eyeballs here. It's weird. This illustration depicts MJ's face and the number 7 above it. The bottom half of his face is deformed and cross-hatched, as if it were being shocked with electric current. Is this another reference to electric shock? And then he's got the numbers, he's got the word 7, which is weird too, because there's that movie 7, which is a very dark movie. This image depicts an X-ray view of the body. According to the original source, in the field of art therapy, this may indicate a possible disconnect between the mind, body, and reality. In other words, this image might represent MJ being dissociated from his body and reality, the goal of monarch programming. Real quick, I gotta look at something. Let me make sure that I press something on this Zoom video real quick. I'm gonna stop the share real quick. Okay, cool. We're gonna go back. Just wanted to make sure I did the right thing there. All right, we're back. But look at this. This is what a grown man was drawing, by the way. All my love, maybe? All my gun? I don't know. This image depicts 3 persons, 1 male, 1 female, and 1 child. The 3 persons, however, have the same face and same facial expression, which might hint to the split of the core personality into dualistic opposites, male and female, and the emergence of a new persona, the child. Wow, that's actually really interesting, because you've got Michael Jackson, the male. He definitely looks like a female, but he is obsessed with childhood, right? So he's always obsessed with childhood, and that's probably because his childhood was stripped away from him through all this abuse. I mean, so he identifies with the child mind kind of thing, you know. I have no idea. I don't know how all that stuff works. I'm not involved in that kind of research. Most people aren't, but yeah, I think that's a really good take. Oh my gosh, that is weird. That is weird. There's like a freaking boob on it. Here, real quick. I'm gonna pause the video. I gotta deal with something for work real quick. I'll be back in 1 second.
Recording in progress.
Alright, we are back again. Sorry about that. I just thought about something for work. I had a thing come up. Alright, let's see here. Some of us, we don't stream for a living, you know. Maybe one day I'll be able to make some money streaming. I gotta figure it out though, because I was on Locals, you know, I was trying that. I don't like that platform. I don't like it. You know, I know Patreon's more liberal, but I'm kind of like, at least you can post full-length videos there and stuff. I don't know. I just gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. But I also gotta grow the channel first, you know, and I'm getting all these strikes, so we'll see. We'll see if that's even possible. But all right, back to Michael Jackson paintings here. That is sick. This one's interesting. A creepy clown face drawn on a red, reminiscent of blood, anger, and violence background. Combined with that upsetting face, the words, "I truly love you," appear to be insincere, as if coming from a trickster. The MK Ultra handler? Question mark. Yeah, I truly love you. You know, it's like this fake love that is like drawn on and on and on and on through, you know, just they constantly abuse them, but you know they're going to be propping them up in some ways, and you know it's going to be a thing where they can't ever just say screw you to the person, but they just hold on. Oh, but they do all this for me. Oh, but then they also, you know, take you to Epstein Island. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you know, they just compartmentalize further here. So let's see this one. Ooh, I totally sneezed up there. All right, the concept of mirroring, duality, and a child persona appear again. So, yeah, definitely classic. And then, of course, I'm going to go a little farther here. We've got the 6-shaped spirals. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, over and over and over again. And also the spiral is a symbol, according to the FBI, is a symbol for child trafficking. This image is MK Ultra 101. It is all about the concept of duality and the split of personality, from the umbrellas facing in opposite ways to the mirroring faces displaying opposite emotions and the checkerboard pattern at the bottom. It is one of the clearest clues hinting to MJ being subjected to mind control. Also, parts of his body appear tacked on, which is how MK slaves are programmed to feel. And he drew these pictures, right? And you can see like his signature on all of them. I mean, it would be a really elaborate hoax for no reason to make all this up. That's wacky. The paintings of Kim Noble and MK Survivor often feature the themes of duality, the splitting of the core persona, and trauma. Blood on the Dance Floor, Michael Jackson. Here's an album cover. The cover of MJ's Blood on the Dance Floor is extremely symbolic. Standing on a Masonic checkerboard pattern floor, MJ is wearing red, the color of sacrifice. The name Blood on the Dance Floor is a reference to blood sacrifice on the ritualistic Masonic floor. Now, you know, there is an element of the Freemasons for sure, you know, on the higher levels that are involved in this kind of stuff. But I do sometimes think, I mean, there's a lot of the checkerboard stuff because they like to kind of blend a lot of things, like they, you know, their monarch butterflies, their checkerboards, their spirals, obviously the pyramids, the eyeball. These are very common. Dime a dozen telltales. But yeah, very, very interesting. Especially considering he was a sacrifice. I wish I could find those videos of him, but it's going to have to be another time. Although much of Michael Jackson's life is still a mystery, these incredibly significant drawings might add a piece to the puzzle. They contain many of the core themes of monarch mind control and are permeated with the concepts that MK slaves appear to be obsessed with. I remember when he died, that was probably about 1 year before I started looking into this kind of stuff. But yeah, we got the Vigilant Citizen. Shout out there to that guy. I think I've used his stuff before. Actually, no. His stuff got me freaking... His stuff was referenced. I can't even talk about it. Wait till after November 1st. But my last video actually got removed from something it's hard to even describe, unless you saw the video, because I don't want to even mess with it. But that guy was involved, but it's not his fault. It was just I was quoting an organization that was quoting him, and then I got the boot on that one. So, but yeah, I don't think I've really got that much else. So I think I'm gonna close out with that song Glass Eye from my band. So I'm going to stop the share here because I have got to pull this up. So I will get that pulled up.
Recording in progress.
All right, I got it pulled up now. Yeah, so a little background on this song. This is Glass Eye from Pilgrim Star. This song is it's really about ecumenism and, Western Christianity, and it's paganistic sort of it was written around the time where Pope Francis blessed Pachamama, so that was kind of the inspiration. There is the song's really about ecumenism, so it kind of follows a quest to truth, and coming back home into orthodoxy, but going through the ringer of Western Christianity, and so there's a reference in the first line where it says he lives, and then in the second time around it says she lives, and it's kind of a play on it actually also it's like a gender kind of bender on that one, and then there's also a play on climate change. In that there's a fictional quote-unquote saint, not a saint, kind of like one of these Roman Catholic saints would be. So it's like that is basically a climate change saint, and the name of that saint is Saint Autumn, which is like a weather worship, a worldly worship. I'm trying to think if there's any other background that needs to be told. There is so the first groove kind of opens out, and it's kind of from the perspective of the heretic kind of ecumenist priest. It's a story about that, and then the second half is the anathematizing of the said heretic in the first part. And it's kind of an interesting song. I think it's our hardest song to play as a band. We usually don't have that much problems with it. The last 2 weeks during practice, we've really botched this one, so we got to practice this one a little bit. But it's really hard because we all three are singing and we're all three playing on it. And so I've been practicing my singing while drumming for I think about 3 years now. So I'm getting better, but my voice is trash. And actually, my voice is probably better now than it was during this recording. I'm going to be the guy who sounds nasally in there. You'll be able to tell me because my voice, I'm taking the low-end vocals in some of the parts. Not the deepest low parts, but you'll see. I do a lot of low parts. But yeah, that is this song. We're going to go ahead and play it. We got Glass Eye. Here we go.
shattered like glass and mirrors in the smoke. He lives in the grooves. The sacrosanct hall is now full. The preacher dims the lights. And from the Savior spoke. I found my way home thanks to you. Home once again. I found my way home thanks to you. Home once again. And from a distance, I cannot see my glass eye. From a distance, I cannot read, yeah. Saint Autumn's Autumn's anathematize the heretic's lies. He whispers we're all one. She lives in the grooves, heaping coals upon the glorious veil. Deception in the fold. And from the chaos rose, I found my way home thanks to you. Oh, once again, I found my way home thanks to you. Oh, once again.
There we go. There we go. 8 minutes and 40 seconds there for you. I should have warned you that the song is almost 9 minutes, but I forgot that it was that long. But I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, it's starting up again. All right. Very good. So that was it for today. Just a bunch of conspiracy classics. I wanted to bring it all out in one video. I think this video will be called Conspiracy Classics, or just Classics. I think I'll just call it Classics because I don't want to trigger the algorithm at all. So hope everybody has an excellent day. I hope they keep it extra Bayzed and Gossip-filled. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, this video should be up tomorrow on YouTube, but it should be up today on Rumble. So for my couple listeners on Rumble, y'all are getting first-hand access. You're welcome. But go follow me on Rumble. We're gonna try to build up that platform. I don't know how good it is, but for a startup platform, it's pretty enjoyable. I think it's a pretty enjoyable. It's got some flaws compared to YouTube, but that would be expected from something newer. And it's got some things that are a lot better than YouTube, like the fact that you can say whatever you want. That would be a pretty big plus. But I actually like the app, so if you want to get that app on your phone, it's actually pretty good. It's still enjoyable. A little bit slower, but overall, totally good platform. But that is it for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. And we'll be thinking about something else to stream about here shortly. This one was kind of inspired last week where in the chat I was talking to a few people. And big shout out to Slow Boy Whiteboard in the chat because they shared my video, and that video got 70 views in one day, which is my biggest video yet. It got more views than any of my other videos in one day, and then the next day it was taken down and I had a strike. But if y'all would like, share, tell your friends, get out there and watch this stream. I don't know. Just thank you for listening, and I will see y'all next time. It's weird not going out with my Bayzed Gossip or lo-fi. I'm so used to that. But I think today it was good to get that song in there. So I'm glad that. Give me feedback too if y'all liked it. I know the drum track is a little muddy. That's one of the issues, but that's a demo track. So but tell me what y'all think about it. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.